Hey guys, Sarah Halina here, and today I'm going to be ranking the Ms. Marvel Season 1 episodes from my least favorite to my favorite. So, stay tuned. Alright, so before I dive into this episode ranking, I want to do a quick-ish announcement. This is going to be my last Marvel Disney Plus series episode ranking until we get What If Season 2. I started this episode ranking thing with WandaVision, and it was pretty easy to do because the episodes were so different stylistically, and so it made it easy to sort of rank them based off of how much I enjoyed them. And What If, because it's just all different episodes all the time, it was pretty easy to do that as well. But Falcon and Winter Soldier, Loki, Hawkeye, Moon Knight, now Ms. Marvel is just like, they don't feel different. Like, they all kind of feel the same, and they're not really episodic. Like, stuff carries over from episode to episode, so it's like, to just look at an episode separately is difficult for me to do. Like I said, for me, I know a lot of people, it's pretty easy, and it's like, how could you not figure it out? But for me, it's just hard because I'm like, something will drive me crazy after I finish watching an episode, and then it's like, oh, it doesn't have to drive me crazy because they answered it in the next episode, and it's like, okay, so now what am I doing? So yeah, basically, for What If, I will do episode rankings, but other than that, this will be my last episode ranking for the Marvel Disney Plus series. And I will just stick with reviewing the shows and stuff like that. Alright, on to the video. There will be spoilers because I will be discussing things that happen in the episodes. So if you haven't seen Ms. Marvel, go watch it, come back here, hear my episode ranking. In 6th place, I have episode 5, Time and Again. So, I really enjoyed getting to see Aisha and Hassan fall in love and welcome Sana into the world, and, find out that it was Kamala who was the one that created the stars that helped Sana find her way back to Hassan. I love that Muniba and Sana find out that Kamala has powers. We got rid of the clandestines, which, I mean, I wasn't really fond of them, so bye. But I mean, ultimately, the reason why this episode in particular is so low on the list, the bottom of the list, is because I feel like it was an odd choice to follow up the cliffhanger from episode 4, in which Kamala is being sent back to the 40s during the partition, and spend majority of the episode on Aisha and Hassan, and not really any time on Kamala in the 40s during the partition. It was an odd choice, and even though I really enjoyed things about this episode, I couldn't get past that whole, like, disconnect type thing. So, episode 5 is in 6th place. In 5th place, I have episode 1, Generation Y. It was a solid premiere. It set up the show really well. I loved AdventureCon. But I mean, honestly, it wasn't much more than a setup episode. It's not a bad thing. We need a setup episode, especially when setting up all new characters. But the reality is there wasn't a whole lot that particularly happened except for setup. So episode 1 is in 5th place. In 4th place, I have episode 6, No Normal. Gosh, there were a lot of things that I loved about this finale. Muniba giving Kamala her costume, Yusuf giving her name. I enjoyed the way Kamala, Bruno, Nakia, Amir, Zoe, and Kamran basically set up a whole Home Alone system to confuse and distract the Department of Damage Control agents. I'm like, what were they again? But ultimately, it's like, while I enjoyed elements of the finale, just the episode as a whole felt very rushed. Like, it felt like they needed to do everything they needed and wanted to do, and then have like a big action fight scene, and I don't know, I think it was one of the better season finales compared to some of the other shows, especially after I've sat with them for a while, but I just don't think it fully stuck the landing for me. So episode 6 is in 4th place. In 3rd place, I have episode 4, Seeing Red. Again, I really loved going to Karachi, getting to meet Sana in person. I love her even more in person than I did when she was on the FaceTime phone. I loved the moments that Muniba had with Sana and the moments that she had with Kamala. I love Waleed and Kareem helping Kamala learn about her heritage and learning more about the Noor dimension. But similarly to how episode 5 sort of cut off the cliffhanger ending to episode 4, episode 4 cut off the cliffhanger ending of episode 3, where Nakia finds out that Kamala has powers. Yeah, I think if I had an episode between 3 and 4 where we could have like seen Nakia's reaction and, you know, hearing Kamala out on her reasoning for keeping her secret, and seeing Kamala trying to convince her mom to go to Karachi, I think I would have enjoyed episode 4 more. In 2nd place, I have episode 3, Destined. I loved seeing Amir's wedding. You know, I loved the dance scene that we got. It was a lot of fun. Nakia won the board election, so happy for her. And the fight scene, honestly, was probably one of my favorites from the series. Just overall, a really, really fun episode, and I really enjoyed it. But in 1st place, I have episode 2, Crushed. Now, right out of the gate, I love Kamala's newfound confidence. Like, we see like the parallels of her like going into school in episode 1 and then going into school in episode 2, and she's got this new confidence to her because she has these powers, and she's like, I saved Zoe at AvengerCon and things are great for me. Yeah, I loved seeing her like testing her powers. I loved seeing worship at the mosque and Kamala urging Nakia to run for a mosque board to make things better. I loved the Eid celebration and how Nakia, Kamala, and Bruno were going to like just like tackle all the different groups within the mosque to get them to vote for Nakia. Kamala's thrown into the deep end when she has to save the young boy from falling. We got to see how bad the DODC really is. I mean, overall, it was a really good, solid follow-up to a premiere, but it was a really good, solid episode altogether as well. So that's why episode 2 is in 1st. Like I said, it's difficult to rank these episodes, and that's kind of why I'm stopping doing them. But let me know what your ranking of the Ms. Marvel Season 1 episodes are. You can let me know in the comments down below. And if you like this video, leave a like, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and turn on notifications so you can be notified when I upload my latest videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in another video. Bye, guys!